Hello, good morning, good afternoon or good evening wherever you are in the world watching this week's edition of Something for the Weekend. I do believe it's Thursday Friday, I don't know, Thursday 18th, 19th, I've lost track to be honest with you. Hope you're all safe and well, hope you're all enjoying yourselves. I think last week when I sat here it was raining slightly, and I did say I was going to sit out in the garden and do another one. And looking at the weather, I probably should be inside, but I'm not. Anyway, there it is. So first of all, I'd just like to slide over to a small video of me in the ML&S rapid delivery vehicle, delivering some goodies that was ordered for one of my customers by another customer of mine on his birthday. So let's slide over to that and then we'll continue afterwards. A bit of a different one. I'm in the Lynch delivery vehicle, my little Renault Twizy. I do apologise for that lady talking in the background, but I'm actually delivering some coax to a customer in an area that I've not been to before. But I've been to the area before, but I've got no idea where the actual road is. So I hope you're all been safe and well this week. You'll notice both hands are on the steering wheel and I am looking where I'm going. We're actually going to go past the McLaren factory, which is in Wouxun, to deliver this gentleman's roll of cable with two Messi and Paoloni, by the way, of course, M&P coax, who possibly order anything else, with some very nice M&P plugs fitted to it. He's been waiting for the cable to come back in stock. We have, so that's why I'm doing it. So I'm going to concentrate on my driving. I'll come back to you shortly and give you maybe a different view of what I can see out the window of my little electric car. It's not the quietest in the world, but for those of you that have seen the machine parked up outside the premises, my premises in Staines, you'll see how minute it is. I just drove past a cyclist about 5 minutes ago, and she had a huge grin on her face, wondering why on earth I was driving something so small. But I love it. And one thing I don't have to do with this, because it's all electric, is pay £1.09 a litre. Actually, that's pretty cheap, isn't it? It's been a lot more than that every time I fill it up, because I just plug it into a 13-amp main socket, and that's a distinct advantage. Anyway, catch you later on, and we'll see what the man has to say about receiving his cable. In fact, it's very early, it's 7:30, so I'll probably just put it outside his door. See you shortly. Okay, so here we are, we're at the McLaren factory, and as you can see, well, probably if you don't know, that's normally lit up bright white there, but thanks to the NHS, they've changed it to blue, so good on you, McLaren, and I hope your business survives fully through the pandemic. I know that unfortunately, like many of the other British manufacturers, Aston Martin and Bentley, they're having to lay off a lot of staff, which is extremely sad. So we've got 5 or 6 minutes to go before I arrive at my customer's destination. You can now see what I'm seeing out of the window using one of our head cams. You can also see the quality of it. It's a bit of a dull day. I think it's quite warm, it's about 13-14 degrees. And as you can see from my indicator here, I've got 31 miles left and I've got 2.6 miles to arrive, so I reckon I'll be easily able to get there and get back to the store in Staines. So we'll check in later and continue something for the weekend. Well, mission accomplished. It's actually the customer's birthday this morning, today, not just this morning, fun enough all day. And he's a very happy chap, but I did get him out of bed. But he was texted by a friend of his to say, get out of bed, there's a delivery for you. So there it is. So another happy ML&S customer. I do deliver if you're very local, quite happy to chop little bits and pieces around, but needless to say the range of the battery in my little machine isn't particularly great, but it all adds to the fun, doesn't it? So I'm off to work now. It's just gone 8 o'clock. So by the time I get to work, which says 8:30, I sincerely hope a few of my boys and girls that are in the store beavering away, getting out all your mail order items. And again, obviously, thank you very, very much for the continued support by ordering from my company. I do really appreciate it. Thank goodness we're in mail. We do mail order. I'm not quite sure what on earth we'd be doing if we did. So there it is, on my way back to Staines. The main part of the something for the weekend I'll do from my home location. I might even walk around the store, and you can see they've tidied it up a bit because we are doing click and collect, etc. Which is working very, very well. So all the details of that on the web. Right, see you later on. I'm going to concentrate, and I do apologise, I keep taking a hand off the steering wheel. Big round thing in front of me. See you soon. So here we are, just come into Staines. For many of you over the years that have visited the say the new store, we've been there nearly 5 years now. This is the coming round the outside of the shopping centre. See that lady with a big grin on her face? People stare at this car and think he must be completely mad driving something like that. Well, maybe I am. I tell you what, let's turn this camera on as well, and then you can see this superb head cam, which I use. So a little bit of traffic. A little bit early actually. Not that this electric Twizy goes very fast. But I've got here quite a few minutes early than I should have. Hopefully the weather will brighten up, but it did say it's going to rain. I do drive this in the rain. It has got little slidey windows. Look, this is an aftermarket thing. It isn't. In fact, these cars don't even come with doors, would you believe? That's an option. And it comes with 2 seat belts. I'm only wearing one, but there's another one somewhere which you sling over that shoulder just in case you fall out the side. All quite bizarre. So this is the road we're in, or just off this little road, and as you can see, it's a housing area, and our road, I think there's 2 roads left that are just small trading estate roads. All the rest, apologies for the bumps and things, both of these have got stability built in them, including even the head cam. So here we are, into Drake Avenue, which is where we are, and I'm very pleased to say, look at that, the store is still standing, my staff are in, and I'm going to park up because I'm going to charge up. So one of them is going to have to move their car because the charging point is, oh actually, what if I can get in there, look, you'd be amazed how small this car is, as long as I don't scratch these two. Look at that. Now, could I have done that with a normal car? Like, no way I could have done. And because the doors open like this is very good. Look at all this. See? Isn't that incredible? And because it can do that, I can actually get out of the car. Right, that's it. I'm on this one, that one. See you later on for the rest of the video. Cheerio. Right, so just before I go in, there is the little Twizy. In case you haven't seen it, I'm sure you have. And there it is, charged into our outlet, and we have there's a Tesla that's being charged as well. So if you do have an electric car and there isn't a car park there and you're one of our customers, you're very welcome to plug it in for a top up before you go. So there's a store, just to prove it's still there. All my sign needs cleaning. Aerials are still standing. Staff are in, even better. As There's another member of staff just turned up. That's Kim. She looks after all the ordering with Daniel. And this is all very important. Good morning, Kim. Oh, you're in. You're okay. There you go. So when you come into the store now, this unfortunately is as far as you can get. And my guys, there's a bell somewhere. I don't know where the bell is, but my guys will then come out and serve what you've pre-ordered. Here, but they've had a bit of a tidy up because you wouldn't have believed it last week, but just to prove there's still stock. But look at it, because it's spilled out from our warehouses, or our warehouse should I say, and some of it has had to move into the showroom. So that's it. So I'll catch up with you guys later. I'll just go in and they can all wave at you and say good morning. I've just said you're all going to wave and say good morning.
Good morning.
They are, all those hands, all more than 6 feet apart, as you can see. Well, that was a bit different. That was a bit different, wasn't it? Hope you enjoyed that. I do love that little electric car, as you can probably tell. I've had it for 4 or 5 years. Right, what's new? First of all, as I probably mentioned in the video, M&P coax is back in with all the connectors. So yes, that's good. Even more remarkable is that SPE in Rome have started producing some of our backlog. Not only have we got a 2K in stock, in fact we got another one because we sold the last one last week. Thank you very much to the gentleman that bought that. We've got another one in. We've even got some 1.5s. I mean, wonders will never cease. After 3 years has the 1.5 been out, the SPE 1.5, that's the up to 1.5 kilowatts solid state linear with a built-in, oh there's a wasp, with built-in tuner, power supply, multi-switched antenna inputs and rig outputs and rig inputs and all the rest of it. In stock, just under £4,000. We've actually got one 1.3 left, which is its sort of slightly baby brother, but they updated it, made it a Mark II version last year or the year before, and they are quite a bit less money. They're only £2,600 without the tuner, so they're available from stock as well. So if you are looking and just can't be bothered to wait for SPEs, I think I said last week, we've actually got a 2K, 1.5 and 1.3. Yaesu M100. We're all used to the MD100 maybe, or even the old MD1 B8 and C8s. For those of you that have known me for 20, 30, 40 years, we used to sell those. The updated version is the M100. Without question, better quality, better audio quality, as indeed it should be for the increase in price. But they have concentrated on HF response to allow you to cut through the noise better. Yes, it is obviously tailored for Yaesu radios, and sure enough, you can plug it straight into any of the Yaesu base stations with an 8-pin socket. I have made a few little notes. It's dual element and all the rest of it. Oh, no, there's a squirrel just ran past me. In stock, $314.95. They're normally just under $380. So if you are looking at treating yourself, it's nice sitting in front of that new base station transceiver, but using a fist mic. Headsets are good, of course. We've still got the Heil, complete Heil and Radio Sport range. I prefer to sit in front of a desk microphone, and that's certainly the M100. On our website, $314.95. In fact, it does say here, notes again, made notes. I've still got no Wi-Fi or any 4G in my garden. In stock. Right, Wouxun, they introduced a bright orange handheld called a EVD90 Mate, which is a 270 beastie, and no doubt my editors, especially young Henry, my son, will do a pop-up right now, like that, or is it like that? I don't know where it is. The difference with this one, by the fact it's bright orange, and believe me, you really can't lose this. Makes a change though, doesn't it, from black and dark grey. 8 watts output. Not only is it up to 8 watts output, a big 3.2 amp hour battery pack to beef the thing up. £139 if you're in Raynet or one of the emergency services. We do support Raynet heavily and have done for years. They really do an excellent job. Thank you to the Raynet boys and girls, of course. Check out the EVD90 Mate, UKG-UV9D Mate. In stock, $139.95. Rig experts, it seems all the sunny weather has brought out all the antenna people, because you've been putting up antennas left, right and centre. The MFJ antenna analyzer, all of them. We do a whole range. The rig experts are extremely popular, and we've finally got the 230. That's the unit that covers 100 kilohertz to 230 megs. So you've got HF 6, 4, 2, of course. I suppose it goes up to 230 for the 220 meg band in the US. Anyway, they're back in stock, £329.95p. And if you don't want the VHF option, of course, you've got the Rig Expert 55, pretty similar spec. They're both colour screen, and again, no doubt there's images of those popping up as I speak. They're $279.95, and that is 60 kilohertz to 55 megs. Range of portable antennas with the ICOM 705. Yes, I'm sorry, I keep banging on about the IC 705 coming out soon. Portable antennas have always been popular, but our range of super antennas, they've increased. They've expanded the range even more from the just 200 quid actually they start from now. MP1 DXG, ping, no doubt will appear on the screen. The MP1 LX, and of course the HF SuperWhip, and that you know, they do start for £200. So check out Super Antenna on our website. Also look at the new Alex loops. I think I've mentioned the Brazilian manufacturer before. Very, very innovative, extremely light and compact, and the engineering is, I don't say Rolls-Royce because Rolls-Royce didn't make it, but it is really, really good. Nothing wrong with the quality of the other portable antennas we sell, but do look at the Alex loops. Just put that in the search bar at the top. Other things to mention, special event day, GB13COL. For those of you that don't know what it's about, look on our website and it will tell you. Colony's Special Event 2020, organised by the Durham and District Amateur Radio Society. It really is raining heavy now. Can you see it at the back? And no, it isn't a green screen, by the way. A couple of you said that's a green screen, and I was going to prove it isn't a green screen. I'm not sure how I can do this. Let me see if I can prove it. There you go. Can you see that? You couldn't do that on a green screen, could you? Unless you're a very, 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 very clever editor. It's not a green screen. Right, sorry. Back to Durham and District Amateur Radio Society. They put on the event each year. It started last 2009, actually. It says here, point of interest, the 13 Colonies event began in 2009, a way of celebrating American Independence Day with the original 13 Colony dates circa 1776. Guess what? We sponsor it. We sponsor lots and lots of things, and I do get requests monthly easily, if not more than that, to sponsor this, sponsor that. I'm sorry I can't take you all on because whilst I love the business I'm in and I love my customers, I've got to have a few quid left to have the occasional hot meal. It is sad. I don't know, wipe the tear there, but I'm sorry if I can't sponsor you, but don't stop asking me, because eventually I'll possibly jump in and do something. So starts on the 1st of July and ends on the 8th. Look on our website, please support them, get on the radio and work everything and everybody, and you'll get a QSL card, because I'm sure my son Henry will put it up here, but there it is, look at that. See, there's our little logo there. Right, lastly, almost lastly, Gary Spires, my support manager at work, has done a superb video on the Sun SDR DX. This is the new 100 watt HF, 50 watts on 6 and even 8 watts on 2 meters SDR. Nice and compact. No doubt that'll be pinging up on your screen as well. That's after this video. Have a look at it, see what you think. Please make any comments that you wish. There is actually a very in-depth feature on the transceiver, because believe me, it really warrants it. They're a great company. They're $18.99, by the way, just under 2,000 quid, which if you look at the competition, which again we're distributors for. It's good value. They're a great company and we do get on with them very well. I think 3 or 4 of them came over to the store. As I mentioned last week, a lot of manufacturers do. I think it's 2 years ago. They did all sorts of things with us and spoke about new projects. This is one of the new projects they spoke to us about 2 years ago, and it's come to fruition. So if you're interested in SDR and you want a bit more than 5-10 watts and don't want to go further up the scale price-wise just to see what it's like, I know £1,900 isn't cheap, but it really is a very clever beastie, and Gary waxes lyrical about it. Oh, by the way, I hope the audio is better this time. My microphone was set to the wrong position. Didn't get any comments, but no doubt I will now. Please keep safe. Hope you've enjoyed it. I've got a bit of a special one for you next week, which I'm looking forward to doing. I've already started compiling some information. It's a bit of history. So if you like a bit of amateur radio history, please tune in next week. The store is open for click and collect. So please look at the website, it tells you how that works. It has been working. We have been having our lovely customers turn up. Thank you very, very much for respecting the social distancing and all the rest of it that we have to do. You've got to be sensible. We really don't want any of you getting ill, or indeed my staff, or even me. But please ring them, look at the web, say, yeah, want to come down, have a quick chat. I'd love to say you can spend all day, which is what I normally say to any of you. Even if you're not buying, just come in and spend hours. The store is massive and we'll ply you with coffee and tea and all the rest of it. But do bear in mind, you're only allowed into the entrance area. So do be wary of other excited parties waiting to queue up to pick their goodies up as well. There it is, that's all from me. Have a lovely week. I do hope the weather improves, but at least it stops me having to water my little garden here each day, because there's loads of rain. That's it. I didn't get too wet, did I, really? See you next week. And press this button and it stops. Just like that.